Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Jisoo. I'm a second year student in Department of International Studies. I want to share something that is both a professional goal and a personal commitment for my future. One that grew from my experience as a foreigner living abroad and growing up in a system that I could not really understand. My title is Building Bridges for the Next Generation. So to understand my trajectory, I want to introduce a little my background. I was born and raised in Ecuador, South America, from a South American mother and a Korean father. Later on, I did an exchange in Ireland, in Europe, and currently I am working, pursuing my degree in South Korea. 3 continents, 3 completely different systems, and this path is the foundation of my professional identity. Okay, so for my core asset, I bring humanitarian work is my multilingual capacity. I can speak 4 languages, Spanish as my native, English expert level, Portuguese is an advanced, and Korean intermediate. In humanitarian fieldwork, language is not just a line on a resume, it is direct access. It determines whether a local community will trust you or keep a distance. It determines also if the community will bond with you. My professional choices are driven by 3 main values: determination, growth, and kindness. These are the standards I hold to myself in every cross-cultural environment I worked in. So my experiences along these years is that I work as an English teacher for over 3 years here in Jeonju. It helped me bond with many kids, design activities for them to have courage for themselves, and not be scared to talk out and speak up in English. Second, I did a translation professionally for a Korean chemical company. I translated Korean to Spanish for managing trade communication with partners across South America. I did negotiation with countries like Chile, Colombia, Panama, Peru. I didn't just translate words. I navigated cultural business styles to build trust between a Korean corporation and Latin American partners. Third, community leadership. I joined many clubs in this university and also taught Spanish language and South American culture with Korean students to create a bond and a space so we can share and I can share my culture. These are not just ambitious. They are sustained real applications of my own skills. So my target is Unicef, the United Nations Children's Fund. Unicef operates in around more than 190 countries, covering children's rights, education, food security, and protection in humanitarian crisis. My specific goal is to join UNICEF program in South America. I grew up there. I understand the language, the culture, and I have seen the struggles that many families face in the region. That is something that you cannot learn from a textbook. That is something that I carry with me. UNICEF is where my academic preparation, language skills, and personal experience converge into something useful. I want to tell you the moment where this career path came to me. While I was on the exchange in Ireland, I was still very young, 15 years old, and I could barely understand the process. It was my first time being completely alone, so far away from home, and I had to make visits to the embassy. I had to speak English, so many complicated words, and the workers didn't really help. They weren't kind at all. I would have to go there by myself and endure hours of waiting and rude people. Until one day, a kind worker just told me, "Don't worry, everything will be okay. We're all here to help you." This might just sound like simple words, but to a 15-year-old girl, that calmed me. And since that day, I decided that I want to be that for someone in a field where children who have no choice in the system that they're born into and give a hand to them. When I joined Unicef program in South America, I will focus on 3 areas: education equity, design accessible programs for marginalized children. Second, resource coordination, supporting field logistics so that aid and essential resources reach families who actually need them. Cross-cultural mediation, serving as a direct bridge between international UN frameworks and local communities on the ground. These are extensions of work I'm already working on doing. So my academic path connects directly to this goal. International studies give me the analytical framework to understand why poverty, educational gaps, and humanitarian crises exist, and how many institutions respond to them. My teaching experience gives me the practical capacity to communicate with kids in many age groups, and my personal story, 3 continents, 4 language, and the experience of being a foreigner gives me something no curse can give me, the genuine empathy for the people that I will serve. So my future plan preparation, academically, I will focus on the international cooperation, development diplomacy, and NGO management. Linguistically, I would like to expand and learn further 1 more language, French, get a TOEFL certificate, and make my Korean better to formally certify my language skills. I'm also building a digital portfolio documenting my work in cross-cultural communication and educational content. Each step has a specific purpose in the career that I am building. So my 4 phases to make this dream come true is maintaining a good academic performance, continue teaching, and hopefully learning and joining more academic groups or volunteering activities. Phase 2, apply for trainership in Unicef Korea or COICA. Phase 3, apply for UN volunteer programs or entry position level or internship in South America regional offices. And the last phase, secure a permanent job or role as a UNICEF program officer, working directly with educational and protection programs on the ground. This is a structured path, not an open-ended ambition. Every child, regardless of their nationality or background, deserves access to safety, education, and someone in the room who understands where they come from. Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Thank you.
Are we going to apply to work? It's really good. But I have a question like, I think it's magnitude one, but why you choose studying here in Korea? Like, was there any other reasons before your background? I understand that you want to see the most sides that you can, but if there were any other reasons?
Firstly, for comfortable reasons, because I have the documents and the nationality. I don't need to deal with visas. So, and also the education level that Korea has, I wanted to take that advantage, and my parents' support. So I just thought, like, why not go there? Yeah.
Thanks for your presentation. It was very interesting. And my question is, why do you want to work in South America? Like, I understand that you were born and raised in here, and so it's family to you. But is there any particular reason to you want to work here?
So, the reason why I choose South America is my home. I really love my country, and I just don't want to leave and forget it. I know Ecuador has many struggles, and since I was very young, you could see it everywhere. So there's many people that have the privilege to study outside, but they don't bring that knowledge to Ecuador again. So I want to do that. I want to take the knowledge that I learn abroad and use it to make a change in my home.